But I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Cook, Vonda, cook his ass. Cook this fraud. All right, what's up, people? It's your favorite Mexican Raincoat here. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm not doing too bad myself. Today, we're watching some more support court. And apparently, in this episode we're watching today, we got a lazy dad that says no to raising his own children. I just gotta ask, why even have kids if you're not gonna raise them? Like, bro, come on. The video we're watching today is called Shame on You, Dad. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best fitting title for what we're about to watch. But before this video starts, join my Discord server, bro. We're trying to get it to 10,000 members. You might see me in general chat, so feel free to say hi. And also, there's a channel full of everybody's pets. So what are you waiting for, bro? Join. Yo. Hey. 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 Hey.
All rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge, this is case number JVB 2005, Campos case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get some assistance for his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home. They were set. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him. She abandoned the whole family, including the grandson.
Damn, so apparently this dude's girl just got up one day and left him and abandoned the whole family too? That's a shitty ass thing to do, but at the same time, it makes me wonder what bro did to make her leave, because it's not like he did nothing.
So he comes and he says, look, she's gone and whatever. Okay, I just need some help with Julian because she left him too. Well, of course I'm gonna say yes, you know.
Okay, so this guy dropped his child off to his mom and said, hey mom, I need help raising my kid. And his mom had the generosity to take on that responsibility. W mom right here. Well, W mom and W grandmom. She's playing both roles.
At that time, it was just me and my husband. So Julian had his grandpa, he had me, and everything was fine. Well, last year, grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement, I'm Ubering when Julian's at school, and his life hasn't changed at all. He's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family. And he doesn't visit, like, Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see
you
him.
know,
I do see him.
and
I'll get to you shortly.
and
Okay.
he
Sorry,
comes
yeah.
around, but I don't get any financial support. I don't see that his life has changed at all. And we had to move out of the house that me and my husband shared. And unfortunately, in this big city, the best place I could find is literally a 1-bedroom. So thank goodness Julian's small right now. He can sleep on the sofa without too much discomfort. I have the bedroom. And so when he comes over and visits, of course he can't stay because there's no place for him to stay. These are his words. He can't stay. And Julian he's just like some man that comes over because he comes over so rarely.
Okay, so far from what I'm hearing, Julian's a deadbeat father who left his kid for his own mom to raise, which is crazy work, by the way. And this poor lady is loving enough to take care of this child for him, and this dude can barely even visit the house to see his own child. Fathers like this are pathetic, fucking lazy, and if he's gonna act like his mom is the one responsible for taking care of his child, then he's gonna have to pay up with some child support or something, because his mom's gotta be getting tired, especially after her husband passing away.
What really ticked me off was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have some shoes like Juan. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No, he said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and then he stopped at Walmart on the way home and got Julian stuff.
Okay, so at least this guy sees his son every now and then. And another thing we know now is that this guy definitely has money, which means he definitely has money available for child support.
I guess because it's cheaper. I get it. I mean, for Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, maybe things had changed with him, whatever.
He doesn't give a shit. Why does he look like he's about to start laughing?
If I could please explain, Your Honor.
You can
Okay.
after your mother is done.
Okay, sorry, Mom.
And
You're gonna say sorry to your mom for interrupting in court, but not sorry for basically using her as a free daycare? Like, damn, you can tell this guy's a two-faced piece of shit.
And then since my husband's passing, I need to get medical insurance for him. Anytime, even to take him to the free clinic is not really free. I've still got to pay whatever the prescriptions are. And then the finances, So I went and tried to get him some medical coverage, food stamps. Well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Okay, wait. So she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so. I haven't seen one dime.
Okay.
This guy is a slimy piece of shit, bro. It's written all over his face, bro. You can tell just by this frame. Bro's posing like he's got a trick up his sleeve. But to be honest, bro, the only tricks I really want to see is the tricks you're teaching your son on the bike. Maybe you should go spend some time with your son. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. This mom definitely deserves some type of child support or some type of money coming her way for raising this son. And what's crazy is, like, she literally needs child support. She needs her son, aka her child, to support her. So when I say this mom needs child support, I mean it literally.
All right. And so Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
Oh,
because
you couldn't get him
I
under.
couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on the visit that he made to buy the clothes, he said that no, he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows he's getting it, but I'm not getting it.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you want me to know? Because there is some information I need, and you just don't have it, and hopefully Mr. Campos has it. Is there anything else you want me to know, or can I move over to him?
Yeah, I just want to know. I mean, like I tell you, he plays dumb, but I just can't believe that he's let me come out of pocket.
Yeah, having your own mom struggle in front of your own eyes while she's raising your kid is like crazy work, bro. Like, this dude's a piece of shit.
Okay, so let's move over to Mr. Campos. I'm not going to call you by your first name.
Okay.
Mr. Campos. Okay, so is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
Damn, so this dude had money coming in the whole time, bro, that he could have sent over to his mom, aka the person raising his child. God, bro. He had money to send over to his mom, but he didn't send that money.
Okay. And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years, off and on. I do.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him
Well,
up, or when you pick him up and go with?
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
Okay. Well, you'd agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the $150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was, all I needed to do from my side. I didn't realize I needed to tell my mom everything.
What do you, it's not serving Julian?
Wait a minute, Mr. Compost. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently,
Damn, you can tell this guy's a professional liar, bro. Like, I want to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. He seems like he's kind of well put together, but I don't know. Something seems off about his attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost too smirky. I'm willing to bet that the mom does most of the responsibilities for Julian, aka the son, and that the dad isn't too involved.
Okay,
When she
so
helps
it's
me out-
fair to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
Yes, and it's just that
So
I may
you're
have-
letting your mom take your son to the doctor and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance? That just does not make any sense.
Okay, so this guy dropped his kid off to his mom's house and basically said, "Here, mom, here's my kid. You're gonna watch him, okay? Okay. And I'm gonna pay for his health insurance too, but I'm not gonna give you the insurance card to use in the doctor's office. So whenever you do go to a doctor's office, you're gonna have to pay for it out of pocket, mom." That's basically what this guy's doing. Does this guy even love his mom? Because it doesn't seem like it.
So
It's
you're
like, I
paying
have
out,
right now.
she's literally paying
Yes.
out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom
Yes.
is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs.
How has regret not hit this guy yet? Like, you can tell he's just still trying to put on this, like, persona of, like, oh, I'm right. But you're wrong, bro. Like, bro, raise your fucking kid.
And you don't want to help her?
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought,
Okay,
it would
you
help.
just said keywords. He left quite a bit of money for her.
Yes.
Not for your son.
Yes.
Not for you.
Yes, and she keeps talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. I don't know how many
your
tips are
dad
needed.
got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the
And
last
why
3
does
years.
that matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. I mean, if it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compose.
I need to see Mr. Compost biting the curb in 4K 60 FPS right now.
No.
Okay,
You
sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen me around, probably.
No,
I'm-
I haven't. You don't look familiar at all, but you're looking real unfamiliar right now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I love her
Well,
dearly.
I can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother. She helped you. But I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Cook, Vonda, cook his ass. Cook this fraud.
Your Honor, when my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private.
God bless this mom, man. You can tell she's putting in all the work she needs to put in and more. Like, she's working overtime.
So what's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well, it's-
Inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
yeah,
How big is
she's-
this house?
she's
How many
mixing up
bedrooms
my
we're
words.
talking?
Maybe 800 square feet most, maybe 2-bedroom, half closet. It's not as
800
big as
square
she's
feet.
It's not.
It's not as big as she's saying. It's
My apartment is 800 square
And
feet.
you're describing a room in the house that's 800 square feet?
I may have my math wrong a little bit. It's not that big as she's saying. It's
Why is he talking like he's customer support? Buddy, don't you realize you're in a courtroom right now? Now's not the time to put on this act, bro. Like, I don't know why he's trying to lie so hard. I guess bro just really doesn't want to pay that child support. I don't know.
How big is this house? How many
It's
bedrooms?
in the nice houses in Plano, so you can imagine. It's not I mean, it's a nice house.
Okay.
Because him and Julian's mom both do this promoting thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
they can
But
do
she
it
just
from
took
everywhere.
off.
So they're
I no
yeah,
longer
but
see
she,
her.
She
I
left.
no longer see her.
But
She took off.
All right, Mr. Compost, how much money do you make a year?
48,000.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in
Well,
Plano?
Well, then that's where all the
And
money.
club promoting?
That's where all the money goes to the house to make sure it's I have so many members
Plus
in
the
the
child
house.
support. They didn't give me the amount because I'm not on the case, right? But who knows how much she's paying?
How much do you receive in child support? Because if she makes that kind of money,
Just $1,000, and that's in that
just
40.
a grand.
Okay, this guy's a professional bullshitter. You can just tell. He just said he makes $48,000 a year, but then right after he's talking about $1,000 like it's a few pennies. Just a grand. Just a grand. F you mean just a grand? That's quite a bit of money.
When you know how much that would have
Everybody
helped?
does not receive just a grand.
Yeah.
Everybody don't receive that.
Sick 'em, Vonda.
Well, and that's why I paid for the 150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from jobs that I try and.
How much is your rent, Mr. Compost? Or do you pay a mortgage?
No, rent a month is about a grand 500.
Okay, so $1,500 in rent. What's your other expenses look
Your
like?
Honor, he doesn't rent. They did a big, huge housewarming party. That is his home. Him and her bought that home. It's not a rent.
So you really are wasting my time.
I am renting it. I'm not sure where she's getting that from.
They had a huge, and as families talk, and we're gonna try to pay off the house early, and we're gonna try to even upgrade, but they didn't stay together.
So wait a minute, you closed on this house.
Oh yeah.
I may
Okay,
have
so you
fogged
own
up the
it.
details a little bit as it was a heartbreaking. I don't
So
want to
it's
go
a deed
into
in
it
that
as much
folder
as
over there. You have a deed.
a deed.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but it's
Okay,
just.
so you own the Miss Compost.
You know, one thing I noticed about this guy and how he operates, it's almost like he's incapable of telling the truth. It's like telling the truth is some locked ability for him that he can't access. In all reality, I just feel bad for the mom, bro. F this guy, he's a piece of shit.
You own the home.
It's-
Do not come in here and waste my time.
The details have just been foggy since.
You've been getting over on your mother. That's not gonna work on me, okay? I was not born yesterday,
Okay.
all right?
Yup.
So let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000, we're gonna send it over to your mom.
Your Honor, if there's any way we can.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not finished.
She cooking his ass. Nah, but this is really what should have been the case the whole time. He should have been sending his mom $1,000 a month, especially if he was receiving it from his ex-wife. Like, come on now. This is just what should have been the deal the whole time. Sucks to suck, bro. Maybe you should raise your kid.
And I know you wanna hear this. That's just mom's portion. You're gonna pay too. So mom is going to be getting what? About, let's see, you said 40. Now I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it at that $48,000, all right?
Okay.
And you said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes, just Julian.
All right.
I see the switch in the eyes. Now his face is saying, "Fuck you, Vonda, for figuring out my plan. And by the way, I hate my son."
All right. So 20% of that brings your child support to $656. And that's giving you credit for the health insurance. So you have to continue paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you received from mom going to grandmother. So grandmother's amount in child support monthly is $1,656. which 656 belongs to you. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think Mama was overdue for a payday. And when it comes to this guy, he probably should have planned a little better before, bringing life into this world and having a child. And him making his mom watch his child and basically take care of this child, that's just like completely lazy on his part. And also the fact that he was making his mom pay for his son's doctor's appointments. Like, god damn, that's crazy work. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this, Dad, and join the Discord server. We got a bunch of viewer challenges coming up on there and a bunch of server events, so you don't want to miss out on that. Link is in the description. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you guys are staying happy, safe, and healthy, and I'll catch y'all motherfuckers later. Peace.